All right, boys. After a massive poll with so many votes, it went down to the wire, and the Buffalo Sabers ended up winning out in the poll to be our Eastern Conference team. So let's go ahead now. Let's go through the settings and everything. Period length 20 minutes, injuries on, fantasy draft off, authentic app penalties on, autosave off, difficulty superstar, draft pick authentic, trade difficulty hard, waivers on, fog of war off, scouting on auto staff management off. I might do some manual scouting. I don't know. It's just so boring. Injuries, fully healed, auto goalie rotation is off, obviously. Draft classes are always high. See, it defaults the sim engine shot frequency at high, but I think I want to leave it at medium. Should I put it at high? Like, that's just what it defaults to. I've never done it at high. I always do it. I'm gonna go to medium. I'll go medium. Playoff tiebreak, continuous OT, everything else we're gonna go normal. Latest gameplay update. These are my custom rosters for my video, but I have done some changes to them, including changes to Buffalo. I've honestly made Buffalo probably a bit worse. I made Philly much better. Loaded Philly up. I did some edits to Ottawa. I mainly touched some more Eastern Conference teams to try and make it a bit more realistic because, man, like, Philly's been good. They've been winning some big games. Had a big win as of the night of this recording. They got a pretty good win. I forget against who. But, of course, with Buffalo now, they're in an interesting spot. The Sabres are in an interesting spot here as I go ahead and look at their cap friendly page because of course we pay attention to their no movement clauses. Alex Tuck has a no trade clause. He submits only a 5-team no trade list, so that's not that bad. But of course the big one is Jeff Skinner, who's down here at an 86 overall, a full no trade clause, making $9 million for the next 4 years. In net, we got Luukkonen and Levy. I'm pretty sure Levy's got an extension. Let's honestly look at this in the trade center. It's probably a better way to look over this roster because it's going to be interesting to see the direction we end up going because we do have a young squad, but man, this team certainly has pieces missing. But draft pick wise, we have no picks missing. We have pretty much just standard pick selection, which I do not mind for the next, well, for all the years. So in net, we have Juho Luukkonen, 81 overall, 24 high starting potential. He is, okay, none of them have extensions. I don't know why I thought Levy had an extension. Dustin Tokarski is here at a 79, 34, 775K. He's in the AHL. I didn't really adjust AHL guys, so that might have some issues. Hopefully not too bad, though. Levy, 77, 21. We're honestly probably going to run with Levy anyway, just like real life, and just see what he can do in the NHL and see if he can work. Eric Comrie is another AHL goalie. Cooley, Ratslav, okay, a bunch of guys that aren't really going to matter too much to us. Defenseman now. This is where it gets interesting. Now we have 86-23 Rasmus Dahlin making $6 million this year, but then an $11 million extension kicking in after that, and he's an 86 overall. Now, luckily, interestingly enough, he does not have any no trade clauses or anything. So same with Owen Power. All these guys are completely open to be moved, and Owen Power is a massive deal at 8.3 after this. But these are our big two. Now, I know I mentioned just like how they don't have no trade clauses. Don't worry, we are not looking to trade them at all. Henry Jokiharju is here to be a solid top 4 defenseman for us, hopefully for possibly his whole career. Like, I am definitely looking to re-sign him unless he completely falls off this year. Eric Johnson, a nice top 6 option. He's going to be playing 4th. And now this is a big one. Samuelson, 80 overall, 23 years old. Defensive defenseman, and he has signed 7 years at 4.28. Okay, my recording just cut out. Luckily, I didn't go too far. I was just at the left wings talking about them, so let's go back here to defense. Then we got Kevin Clegg, Stillman making 1.3, and then I went on a rant about Connor Clifton as a Bruins fan. Great guy. I love Connor Clifton. I really do as a Bruins fan. But for 3.35, like, I was happy the Bruins didn't sign him at that point. I was like, he is not worth it. I can't believe Buffalo gave him that contract. Like, they knew he was a 6D at best. Then they got Bryson. A lot of guys just making money for no reason, really. Then you got Davies, the Sessione guy, no prospects really at all in the tank, but their prospects are in the NHL in Darlene, Power, and Yokoharju. Right wingers, you got Alex Tuck, 4.75 at 3 years. Absolute steal having him through his prime with elite potential. Jack Quinnan, 82, 22.86. Hopefully he can really progress into a solid sniper for us, taking 8th overall. Then we got Kyle Okposo, our captain, making $2.5 million. And then NATO, not much of a prospect. Pekara, I was saying that he is the perfect third liner. Now I've really bumped him up, so maybe now that I've bumped him up, he will actually really produce. But if not, and he plays just like a normal two-way forward in this game, perfect third liner. But he's going to be asking for that second liner money with the way the rating is right now. And if that potential jumps, you never know. Then you got Jeff Skinner, who I made him elite potential, and now he's medium. Now he's top 6 exact. I might back out and reset. I mean, no, whatever. We'll just play it. No, actually, I will back out. I'm going to back out and make sure that that is elite potential, because it honestly should be, because he did hit point per game last year. He does have elite potential. I don't know why it glitched out, went down to top 6. So I'm going to back out and fix that. But in the meantime, let me finish going through the roster, and then we will reset the game, and then we will just keep on going from there, and I will jump to after I edit the lines and everything. Victor Olofsson, 81-28, medium top 6, 4.7 just for this year, though. Definitely a trade piece possibly at this year's deadline, even if we're good. Like, 4.7 is just so much money, and don't really want to bring him back, even though, you know, he's a cool story 7th rounder. Then we got Jordan Greenway making $3 million for 2 years. I mean, definitely another guy that we could look to move just because of how much money he's making and how little production we're going to be getting out of him. Then you got some prospects down here. Kulich looks like someone who could be something. Rosen is down here, and then that's about it. Centers, of course, the big guys, Casey Middlestat and Tage Thompson, Dylan Cousins, the big 3. And don't forget about Krebs and Benson down here. Now, outside of Middlestat, none of them are wicked high overall right now. Tage Thompson and Cousins, though, are locked up. Cousins down at an 82, though, making 7.1. So we need him to progress, or he could definitely be someone we could move if we're not liking the way he's progressing. But then, of course, we have Matthew Savoy here. See, we got a lot of centers, but we don't really have the wingers for those centers. Kind of the opposite of Boston. And then defensively, we just need these guys to really progress. So let me back out and edit the lines to make sure Jeff Skinner has that elite potential. And then I will see you after the lines are done. All right, boys. I just went out, reloaded it. I even upped Skinner's potential from low elite to high elite, and he keeps dropping it to medium top 6. So fuck it. He's just going to be a medium top 6. Fuck EA and not letting you have the rosters you want, I guess. The goalies, we're going to go like that. Defensemen, I'm just going to keep on building out this roster, and yeah, I'll just pick it up and show you guys the lineups I have. All right, boys. We're back here. I just finished editing the lines. Whoops. One thing. There we go. And then, honestly, yeah, I'm going to do one slight change. The smallest change here real quick, actually. Because at first I was thinking give Zach Benson actually in the minors maybe, because I was thinking he's going to end up playing on the 4th line. And it's like at that point, I'd rather just not stunt his development. But now looking at it, I think I actually do want Zach Benson to come in and be the 3rd line center, which means he's going to be able to get some power play time in here. If we take off Victor Olofsson, there we go. I don't really want to completely scratch Victor Olofsson, though. The only thing is, it's like, do I really want to take off Jordan Green? I guess I'm okay with it. Yeah, we'll see what Jordan or what Victor Olofsson can do first because he is making more and he does fit more chemistry wise. Now let me make sure Zach Benson is in here on the power play. Yeah, and then honestly, do we take Pekara off the power play entirely? Yeah, let's honestly just try out Victor Olofsson and see how he fits right there. There we go. Okay. So now that we've done that and Pekara is on the first, let's put Pekara on the first line PK. Okay, it actually works better the way I had it, so we'll just leave it the way I had it. We'll see how that ends up working. So first line, Jeff Skinner, the big time sniper, should have elite potential but doesn't, but he still can get 40 goals hopefully, has a really good shot still, and hopefully we can get a good season out of him with a nice playmaker in Casey Middlestad and a solid power forward in Alex Tuch here on the first line. +2 chemistry, I really like it. It's a solid first line, especially if Skinner can play a little should be up to potential, but instead, over potential. Then we got John Jason Pekara, an 87 two-way forward on the second line. He has a second line role with 86 Tage Thompson with a ton of X factors. And then Peyton Krebs is going to get the shot here on the second line to start the season, an 81 overall playmaker. Third line here, we get Dylan Cousins, a bit of a two-way forward presence. Zach Benson, a playmaker, and then Jack Quinn, another sniper. So we're keeping up with that kind of defensive-minded forward, Tuch, Thompson, and now Cousins with two pure offensive minds. Then on the fourth line, we mix it up with Olofsson being the sniper. Then we go double defensive with Gergensen and Okposo with +2 chem. Defensively, chemistry doesn't really help us out here. Dahlin and Yokoharju do not fit on the first line together, 86-85. Then you got Eric Johnson going on the second line at +3 with Owen Power. Then his third pairing, you got Samuelson and Clifton being both evens. Power play, we are rocking Casey Middlestad down low, Tage Thompson on the left side, and then Jeff Skinner out wide on the right. Dahlin as the head defenseman, and then Victor Olofsson off to the left. Distributor Middlestad, finisher Thompson, puck carrier Skinner. I'm going to change this actually. Yeah, I'm going to change this to finisher Skinner and puck carrier Tage Thompson. There we go. +4 chemistry. Looking to have a really good power play this year. Second pairing, it's a little worrisome here, but I think just because of the player roles, we'll do pretty solid. It's a young line outside Alex Tuch with Peyton Krebs, Jack Quinn, Zach Benson, Owen Power, and then Alex Tuch being the veteran. Distributors, Krebs, finishers, Jack Quinn, puck carriers, Alex Tuch. Alex Tuch doesn't really fit on the power play at all with this coach, but he is a good offensive player, so hopefully he can overcome that. Then on the four-man power play, you got Middlestad, Skinner, Tuch, and Dahlin. On the second pairing, we got Thompson, Quinn, Krebs, Power. Here we decided to split Thompson up from the rest, just so it just fit kind of. If we just needed, because of the bad chemistry, we'd rather go with what we felt like was going to work best with this squad. And to me, that was Thompson being able to get down low and be kind of like the main guy on that four-man power play. Penalty kill, we got Cousins and Kyle Okposo creating a +1. Pekara on the second line with Gergensen's. The only reason why Pekara's not on the first line is because he doesn't create a +1. He goes down to even. Third pairing, we got, whoa. That is not a good third pairing. We need to go. Who do we need to go? Okay, we're going to go, not Casey Middlestad. We're going to go Tage Thompson and Alex Tuch on this third pairing. Both power forwards so they can play a little defense. There we go. With Power and Dahlin. Penalty kill line 1, 3-man's Gergensen's, Dahlin, Yokoharju. Second line Cousins, Samuelson, Johnson. Third line Thompson, Power, Clifton. Extra lines 4-on-4 Skinner, Middlestad, Dahlin, Yokoharju. 4-on-4-2 Tuch, Thompson, Power, Johnson. Third pairing Pekara, Krebs, Samuelson, Clifton. 3-on-3 Skinner, Middlestad, Dahlin. Then we got Tuch, Thompson, Yokoharju. 3-on-3 Pekara, Krebs, Power. Extra attackers Middlestad and Skinner. Shootout, we got Skinner, Thompson, Quinn, Benson, and Tuch. Benson was originally Olofsson, but of course we did that sub out, so let's go back to Victor Olofsson there. And then we'll sim like the first month, okay? We'll do like the first month in this video, and then we'll end it there. So I think we could be pushing for a playoff spot. I'm not quite sure if we'll get there. We could be pretenders this year, very well likely. The game has us labeled as a seller, but I still think, we got a pretty bright future still. We're looking like, we just need some players to progress well, though. And that's the big question is, will they actually progress there? Will we have to make those moves? But I could see us selling off some pieces at the deadline, or at least swapping out some pieces for either picks or even cheaper deals. Let's just sim to the start of the season. So, first game, opening night in Buffalo. First night of Borre Grubb's career in charge here. Here we go. We got a packed house against the cross-state rivals, the New York Rangers. First period, boys. Come on. 5 minutes into it, not much to show for it. Only one shot as we are getting heavily outshot. And Jacob Trouba from the top of the circle hammers one home. Then Buffalo kills off a penalty. 5 minutes left. Is something else going to happen? Will there be a ball buster goal here late? No. And at the start of the second, shots are actually about even. Buffalo started to go on the attack there late, but it doesn't matter as Artemi Panarin, they don't have his bald head. They need to update that. Gets a big power play goal, but then Jeff Skinner gets two quick ones. And then Rasmus Dahlin gets a power play goal. And then Panarin gets another goal. Oh, my God. And Buffalo showing here early how deadly our power play line one is with Dahlin and Skinner. And Jeff Skinner just getting 2 goals in general. That is huge. Looking to him have another 40-goal season, as that time our power play is thwarted. But then Pekara on the second line gets a big goal. But then Nick Bonino gets a goal with a minute left. And then K'Andre Miller gets a big power play goal. And then Lafreniere, and we're going to end up losing this one. We had a good offensive showing. We actually outshot them. But damn, our goaltending, and maybe not our defense, but definitely our goaltending, let us down there. But we had a lot of bright spots, and a part of those big bright spots was honestly the top end guys, Dahlin, Jeff Skinner, the first line really showing up, the power play really showing up. Star players are going to be our star players here. As then the second game of the year, we win 7-2 over New York. Dahlin has 2 goals and 3 assists through the first 5 games. Zach Benson's out till October 23rd. And then a home game versus Tampa, we win 5-2. Tage Thompson is off to an incredibly hot start already. And now we got a home game against Calgary. They are 2-0-1. We win in overtime 4-3. Rasmus Dahlin is actually balling out right now. Home game against the Islanders now. Eric Johnson's out till October 27th, and we lose in a shootout there 5-4. Zach Benson's fully healed. We'll get him in after Montreal. Tage Thompson having an incredible start to the season with Skinner as we win 3-2 in a shootout. Off to a really good start, man. Really good start currently. Let's take out Tyson Jost. Let's get Zach Benson in here. Let's see how the Zach Benson experiment has been going. -1 in 3 games, no points. Okay. We can always send him down. That's not, we're not afraid to do that with him. Goalies, let's see how Luukkonen has been doing. 890. So really, offense has been outscoring opponents. It's not like our goaltending has been that good, but we've had some good, not that high scoring games. So defense must be really stepping up and not allowing a lot of shots, as Dylan Cousins gets hurt till November 3rd. But we get a big 3-2 shootout win over Ottawa, as Tage Thompson really taking off for us points-wise. And then we get a third and a fourth, and no, we are not trading our captain for that kind of trade. Nuh-uh. At New Jersey, they're 5-1. We're 5-1-1. Incredibly hot start for us. Let's see how we do at New Jersey. We lose 7-1. Damn, we come crashing back down to earth after that one. Home game against Colorado, though, they're 4-3, and we win 4-3. Now we got Philly back, a home-and-home series against Philly. Dylan Cousins is fully healed from his injury. There we go. Take a look at some of these guys real quick. Very interesting. They're not really taking off in the plus-minus, even though they're getting a lot of the goals. Second line is, though, they're going off. This third line is struggling together. Okay, let's get Cousins back in here. See how they're struggling. Okay, let's give them a couple more games before we send Benson down, but we could look to move Zach Benson. And let's keep on simming because I'm pretty sure, yeah, we won. So let's go at Philly. Come on, Devin Levy. And we win 5-3 right there. There we go. Big game against Philly. Now we got another home game against Philly as we are off to an incredibly hot start with a 6-0 win right there. I can't believe just how good we're playing right now. And Boston's in last. That's crazy. I can't believe that. Okay, let's edit the lines. Let's sim like 5 more games, so 16 games. I like to stop at that point. Luukkonen going to go back in for a few more games. Levy at a 909 save percentage, really showing out right now. Let's honestly, because we're only going 5 more games, let's see how Zach Benson's been doing. And if it's not great, we're going to honestly pull him out. Oh, he's a +2 at 4 assists. Okay, so Zach Benson's starting to turn it on the last couple games. There we go, Zach Benson. Let's keep simming at Toronto. They're 4-5-1 off to a pretty slow start, honestly. And we lose 4-1 there. Now we got a road game at Carolina. Jeff Skinner for 2 seconds. No, we can't trade him. He's got a full no trade clause. He is untradeable. At Carolina, they're 8-3-1 as well, and we win 4-1 over them. Wow. Okay, home game versus Minnesota. What can we do against them? They're 7-3-3. Eric Johnson's out till November 17th, and we win 4-2 there. Wow, I am just so impressed with how good this team is doing. I didn't think we were like that good of a team, but right now we are showing out right now. Let's go Levy back in there. Luukkonen save percentage has gone up quite a bit, up to 905. Let's keep on simming. We are first in the Atlantic currently at Pittsburgh. They're basically a 500 team, and we win in a shootout 3-2. Now we got a home game against Boston. Let's see how we can do against them. They're under 500 currently. We win 5-2. Okay, we're going to stop it right there. We're at 6. We'll sim it up to our next game just so other teams can play more, so we can get a bit better of a gauge on everyone with a couple more games for people. Yeah, so now the Atlantic looks even cleaner. And wow, we are sitting cleanly at the top here currently. I am shocked at just how good this team is doing. But hey, we'll take it, and we'll take a magical year 1 run. So let's take a look at our stats currently in the entire league. We are currently 2nd in the NHL in points. Okay, goals for per game. We are up there in 4th at a 3.75. Then we got, let's take a look at point percentage. We are 2nd in point percentage. Okay. Goals against at a 2.81. It's not the highest. We are sitting, is that going to be top 10 though? No, it's going to be literally 11th. So just outside of top 10 for goals against. Definitely probably because of goaltending. Power play, what I wanted us to be deadly at, we are being deadly at. There we go, 21.4%. PK is really lacking down here, 8th worst in the NHL. But if we take a look at, let's just sort by home record. Yeah, we have the best home record in the NHL. Well, most wins at home. You could argue the Rangers have a better record. 7-1-1 away, 5-2. In our last 10, we are 8-2. Absolutely incredible. Let's go forwards. Well, not just forwards. Let's take a look at our player stats right now. Rasmus Dahlin leading the way, but let's take a look at forwards first. Alex Tuch, 6 goals, 11 assists, good for 17 points in 16 games. He is shooting an incredible 17% right now. 4 game-winning goals, 4 power play points, 2 of them being goals. Then we go Jeff Skinner, 9 goals, 7 assists, 16 points. He's shooting an incredible shooting percentage right now. He's off to a very good start. Tage Thompson doing his thing, being point per game. Middlestad being point per game. Victor Olofsson is actually going incredible right now. I don't know how he's doing this well, but he is. Jack Quinn, he is producing very well, shooting at an incredible 17.5%. Honestly, we are shooting extremely hot, which worries me a little because, like, you can assume a lot of these are going to come back down to earth. Like, even a guy like Peyton Krebs, who has 8 points, but he's shooting 14%. Like, that's a little worrisome. Zach Benson has gotten insanely hot. 9 points in 13 games. That's insane. Gergensen is doing insane with his playmaking. And then Kyle Okposo is shooting 24%, has 5 goals. Yeah, I hate Tyson Jost -3. Of course, he sucks. But, like, I hope we're not peaking early. But our players are playing out of their mind right now. Defensively, we got Rasmus Dahlin, 18 points in 16 games. He has damn near an assist a game. He is going off. Henry Yokoharju has been a great defenseman for us. Eric Johnson has 4 points +1. That's fine. Owen Power, only 4 assists and is a -1. That's not too good. Samuelson, 2 assists +2. Connor Clifton, 1 assist +3. Bryson has been even in his 3 fill-in games for Eric Johnson. And then in net, Luukkonen 10 games, Levy 7 games. Luukkonen a 905, Levy a 917. So Levy's actually been extremely well. But guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what moves you think that we should do coming up here at the deadline and for the rest of the season. Are we pretenders? Are we just off to a not historically hot, but a great start? Or are we actually legit and we could go on a run and we should be buying? The game says we're sellers, but hey, if we're going to keep on playing well, like, we could do something here. If this team keeps on showing that they are legit, you get a legit second line right winger here for Tage Thompson and Pekara, and we could do some damage defensively. Maybe get another guy here so we can move Power down. And then, I don't know, we could do something here. Maybe try and get something big. I don't know. And then, of course, in net, I mean, Levy right now is playing like he's the guy. So let me know. So take it easy, everyone. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.